Hey everyone, Victor is here, and you guys keep asking me to do more heterocyclic compounds. And while I personally am quite indifferent to heterocycles, I do have a fun mechanism for you today. If you wanna work on this mechanism first on your own, then pause this video right now, because I am starting my analysis of this reaction now. So looking at my starting materials here, I see that I'm doing this reaction with this nitrile/aldehyde, and I also have urea over here as my other reagent. We are doing reaction in acidic conditions, and in the course of this reaction we are going to be losing molecule of water. So the most reasonable first step here is going to be the nucleophilic attack between one of my nitrogens of urea and my aldehyde, as aldehydes are extremely electrophilic and nitrogens, well, they are nucleophilic. And so since we are working in the acidic conditions, I'm going to draw my sulfuric acid here first, and I will first show the protonation of my aldehyde with the sulfuric acid like that, which going to give me the following intermediate. And I am not showing my implicit hydrogen that I have over here because, well, I don't really need it to clutter the picture. Now next, I'm going to bring my nucleophile urea over here, and I'm going to show the nucleophilic attack coming from the nitrogen onto my carbonyl like so, which going to produce the following intermediate after my attack. And here the new bond that I have just created is right over here between nitrogen and the carbon, so I'm going to show that that is my new bond right there. Now from this point we are going to have a couple more proton transfers, so I'm going to bring water. Essentially it doesn't really matter what we're going to be using here as the conjugate base to deprotonate our nitrogen, but since we are working in aqueous conditions, water is a reasonable choice here. So I'm going to show here that my water comes in, pulls that proton off, and as a result I'm going to get the following intermediate. Now, from this point, I need to close up my ring, and the way I'm going to be doing that is by doing a reaction between this nitrogen over here and this carbon atom. But since nitriles are incredibly unreactive, we need to make it more electrophilic, so I will have to protonate my nitrile. So I'm going to draw another equivalent of my sulfuric acid here, and I will show this electron pair on the nitrogen grabbing my proton like so, giving me the following intermediate over here. Now, since my picture is getting a little bit crowded, let's get rid of the stuff that I no longer need and continue with our mechanism. So as I've mentioned a moment ago, I'm going to be making a new bond between this nitrogen and this carbon. So in order to do that, in order to show that, I'm going to show this nucleophilic attack from nitrogen onto carbon like so, giving me the following cyclic intermediate. And the new bond that I have just created is right over here between that left nitrogen and the carbon, which used to be my nitrile, so that is my new bond, so I'm going to show it as a new bond like that. Now, this mechanism has a ton of proton transfers, so I'm going to start combining some of those simply for the sake of space. So first, I'm going to bring another equivalent of water here to deprotonate this nitrogen. Then I'm going to bring another equivalent of sulfuric acid to show that I'm going to be protonating the OH group like so, ultimately giving me the following intermediate over here. Now, from this point, I'm going to lose my leaving group because right now I have this H2O over here, which is an excellent leaving group. So I'm going to show nitrogen helping this leaving group dissociating like this, giving me the intermediate looking like that. And again, I'm going to have a couple of proton transfers here. So first, I'm going to show another equivalent of water coming in, deprotonating our molecule like so. And then I'm going to bring my sulfuric acid back to protonate the nitrogen, so I'm going to protonate this nitrogen like this, and after these proton transfers I'm going to get the following intermediate. And the very last thing that we have here in order to get our final product is to pull off one of these protons, so I'm going to bring my water here and I'm going to show how water comes in, pulls that proton off, giving me the following cascade of the electron density, giving me my final product looking like so. And before we wrap up this video, I want to point out a couple of things. I chose to consistently use sulfuric acid as the source of proton in this reaction just because it's, simply the same molecule, so I'm reusing it over and over again. If you wanted to do H3O plus or something of that sort, that is perfectly fine. Likewise, for all of my deprotonation steps, I used water as my conjugate base. I could have used the conjugate base from the sulfuric acid HSO4-. It really doesn't matter. Anything with an electron pair will do. And in my experience, a lot of instructors even say that you can use just a generic acid-base pair to do your proton transfers. You don't really have to write the real molecules. You can just use, B- and HB as your acids and bases. Because ultimately, in most cases, it really doesn't matter what exactly does all of those proton transfers. And another cool fact is that this question was brought to me by one of my subscribers, so if you guys have anything interesting you want me to work through, well, let me know in the comments or drop that on my Discord, and all the social links are in the description. And that's all I have for this video, so as always, thank you for watching, and if you learned something new today, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more. Check out this video next, and I will see you next time.